Hey everybody, just wanted to shoot a very quick video. I'm a part of another group, and there was a bit of a debate this morning with some comments around about the value of something, being able to afford something, and it was just that people. I tried to get across a particular point, and I'm not quite sure if people actually saw the point or understood it. So I thought I'd shoot this quick video and just put it in here, just because if other people aren't quite understanding and grasping it, then there may be people in my group that are not quite grasping and understanding it. So I thought it would be useful to shoot this quick video and try and clarify some things. So I wanted to talk about people who say, "I'll believe it when I see it." So what we see, our reality, if you like, our world, then it is based completely on our thoughts and our perception, our belief system. So it's not entirely true that it's actually a reality, although we think it's a reality for us. And what do I actually mean by that? So if you think about it, when several people can look at a single event and all see something different, now how is that possible? If the event is the event, surely everybody sees the same thing, but they don't, and they don't because they see it through their own eyes, through their perceived version of reality, their perceived version of the world, what their belief system allows them to see. So I just wanted to clarify some of these things, because that leads us to a potential issue. Because when you are looking to achieve something or set a goal, most people are therefore not able to set a goal that actually stretches them. They don't set goals about what they really want. They just set goals on what they think is possible for them. And nobody can tell you what's possible. Your potential is unlimited. Nobody defines what's possible for us. You can be and do whatever it is you want, provided you believe it's possible. And the discussion kind of went on the basis that the only way to achieve your goal or success is to have a practical plan, work extremely hard, make lots of sacrifices. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need a plan, and I'm not saying you don't need to work hard, and I'm not saying you might need to sacrifice. The point I was making was that the plan to achieve something comes to you through your imagination. It's not given to you by a particular person. If someone tries to tell you that there's a plan to achieve something, it comes to you based on what you see. And the problem with that is that it's therefore based on what you believe. So if somebody wanted to let's set a target of earning £10,000 in the next month, the plan to earn that, the opportunities to earn that or achieve that, are never ever going to come to them if they aren't in a position to see the opportunities that would present themselves to achieve that goal. So I just hope that makes sense. I hope I'm being clear there. If people understand that, and if you're watching, if you could comment and just say, yeah, I understand that, or give me a thumbs up that it's clear that you only see the opportunities when you believe that it's possible. So going back to my point at the beginning, when people say, I'll believe it when I see it. See, that's the wrong way around, and that's part of the problem. You don't see it when you don't believe it when you see it. You actually only see it when you believe it. So only when you believe it's possible are you going to see things that will take you towards the goal that you want. So, and I quoted some examples. I was trying to quote examples to give people a real explanation, and the one I used was Richard Branson, the plan, if you like, or the idea for Virgin Airlines. It wasn't a long, structured, well thought out plan that he worked years and years and sacrificed and worked hard for. It was an instant idea that came to him when he was stuck in an airport and his plane was cancelled. And what he decided was, well, I need to be where I need to be, and that plane's not going to go there. So he went to a desk and he said, how much would it cost to charter a plane to go from here to there, and I want to leave this evening? They gave him a price. He wrote on a board the words Virgin Airline, and he posted it up, and he went round every passenger who was on the same cancelled flight as him, and he said, if you pay me, I can't remember the actual figure, but let's say it was $75, I'm going to fly from here to the place we were going to go to tonight, so if you still want to get there. And he sold the plane out. Now, that was an instant idea. Now, there's two questions that came about from that. One is that, why did none of the other passengers see that as an opportunity? And it's not because it didn't exist. The opportunity was there. And it's not because they didn't have the money to go and charter a plane, because they could have went round all of the passengers first and collected the $75 and then chartered the plane if they had, so they would have had enough money. So it's not about the money, and it's not about that the opportunity wasn't there. The reason none of the other passengers did it is none of them believed it was possible. And because they didn't believe it was possible, they didn't see it. All Branson thought in that instant was, well, how do I get from here to there? There's got to be a way. It must be possible. I'll just go and ask if I can charter. And because of that, opportunities started to present themselves. So people don't see it because they think they have to they don't believe in it. So only when you believed it was possible did that opportunity present itself. Now that happens on a day-to-day basis. How many times have you thought about, I'm going to buy this type of new car, and then every day you see them all over the roads? You never saw them before, but you see them all over the roads. Now, that's not because they weren't there before. They were there. It's because you weren't tuned to that outcome. You weren't looking for that desired goal. And now you are. And therefore you see them. That's exactly the same way. When you've decided on the goal, when you've really committed and made the decision, that's when the opportunities will present themselves, because you believe it's possible and you'll start to see them. And that word decision is another key part of it, because you don't see the opportunities until you've decided that you're going to achieve it. Bob Proctor gave an example of that when he said that a friend of his had contacted him and said that she was going to buy a house, but she didn't think she could afford it. And two things happened. First of all, he asked her how much it was, and she said it was, for argument's sake, $1 million. And he said, and what's the problem? And she said, well, first of all, I don't have $1 million, and second of all, I think it's a lot of money for a house. And Bob's reply was twofold. First of all, the figure. He talked about the £1 million figure, and he said £1 million is neither big or small, only thinking makes it so. So our thoughts are the things that decide whether or not that's a big amount of money or not. That's the first thing. So it's based on our belief system. And the second thing he said to her was, you don't need $1 million because you haven't yet decided to buy it. It's true. You don't need the money until you've decided to do it. So until you make a decision, you don't actually need the money anyway. And only when you need it, and you've made a decision to have it, do you start to see the opportunities to get it. So hopefully, that's given you a better indication and some more clarity about that particular point when we talk about it. And it's not that, this idea that I'll believe it when I see it is a fallacy, because you will only ever see it when you believe it. Hopefully that's cleared it up, give you a bit of clarity, and you've got value from it. Have a great day, everybody. I'm on my way to a training session with some great people, so I'm looking forward to a fantastic afternoon. But have a great day, unless you've got other plans, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care, guys.